and welcome back to my blog. We're on the 13th day of the 30-day mental diet. And the 13th day is stop being afraid. Don't defeat yourself. For the most part, people seem to go through life being afraid of one thing or another. In fact, many appear to go out of their way to find things to be apprehensive about. Their thoughts emphasize what they are fearful of and overlook those things in which they may have complete confidence and security. In spite of all appearances and situations, of one thing you may be sure, and that is that there is nothing in the nature of life itself that holds anything against you. Limit yourself. If there is ever a need to impose limitations upon yourself, it is in connection with the amount of trouble you borrow. In this respect, you should make sure that your credit is no good. Like most people, you probably are not content with the problems of the immediate moment, but develop a fearsome attitude about what you will encounter tomorrow, the day after, next month, and next year. You have completely forgotten the childlike trust you used to have in your world. Instead of maintaining a calm assurance that things will be all right, you apparently have developed a perverse nature which looks out on the world with a jaundiced eye, and the only things you see or anticipate are not good. This attitude, of course, takes all the joy and happiness out of living. Even when you should be enjoying life, you find yourself immersed in a maelstrom of fear about what might happen. There is a need to re-educate yourself with the knowledge that neither infinite intelligence nor its expression as your world of experience can possibly be against itself. What you do find in your experience about which you might be fearful would appear to be nothing but the reflection of your own negative attitudes. As Job said, "The thing which I greatly feared is come upon me." Welcome change. A great many people resent any change in or from their present situation. They fight it and are fearful of it. Actually, change should be welcome, for it is only through change that better things may come to pass. When change is feared, it is because there is a lack of recognition that the very basis of all existence rests on the fact that there is continual change. If change did not occur, there would be complete stagnation of all living things. So it is with your own life and experience. If everything is at a complete standstill, regardless at what level it may be, stagnation sets in, and this means that only deterioration can result. Changes should be welcomed with the knowledge that they can be for the better, and there should be an elimination of the fear that any change means catastrophe. Re-educate yourself. No doubt you, the same as most people, have carefully educated yourself in the ability to search out countless things in every situation about which to be fearful. Just as you have carefully developed the negative ability, you can re-educate yourself to look for the favorable things which you may encounter. In spite of a tendency to always have a morbid approach to life, you can reverse this pattern of thinking and develop a more cheerful outlook. The wisdom in doing this rests in the fact that you always seem to find what you are looking for. You make your own life. As much as you would like to avoid the responsibility of what you experience in daily living, it is largely the result of your own thinking. If your thinking is constantly dwelling on all the negative things which could possibly be encountered, you will find yourself buried in trouble. Not because there is anything in God or nature that desires you to be miserable, but rather because it is such things that you are intent on finding. You literally create and discover your difficulties. The only things that can really bedevil you are your own apprehensions. Confident living. You need to develop confidence in the fact that life can be joyous and happy. Living is not an eternal battle against an adverse nature, and there is no necessity for you to be continually immersed in a fog of anxiety. There is no need for life to be a fearful experience, regardless of what area of your experience you may now be concerned about. Anticipate the best. Confident living can begin and fearful living cease when you realize that life is a process of continual change, which can always be a change for the better. You alone choose what life shall be to you, so choose carefully. Learn to think about and accept for yourself only the best that it has to offer. This does not mean that you should develop a wishful thinking attitude, but rather implies that you should develop a constructive and dynamic pattern of thinking that is productive of the good things life can offer. Mental stimulants. Science. We do not walk upon an alien earth, and something in the universe corresponds to human intelligence. N.J. Barrow. Philosophy. The image of God is found essentially and personally in all mankind. Each possesses it whole, entire, and undiluted, or undivided. I suppose either one would work there. We are the image of God, the source in us of all our life. Jan van Ruyabroek. Religion. I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Psalm 23:4. The diet. I acknowledge and accept that my life fundamentally is good and that all that appears otherwise does not belong to it. There is nothing I need fear, for the life that flows through me can desire only the best of all possible things for itself. I now accept the responsibility of choosing that which I shall experience. I discard fear of whatever nature, and as I release my fears, they cease being creative of adverse experiences. I am no longer afraid, but live in complete confidence that the power that made me and sustains me now makes clear and smooth my way. I eliminate those patterns of thinking which attract to me that which I do not want, and focus my attention on the good things I desire. I start living in faith, a faith that is productive of a richer, more joyous life. I live with a sense of security that the right thing is always done in the right way at the right time for my greater expression and experience of the spirit of life that resides at the center of my being. My faith is no longer placed in what I do not desire, but only in the good of which I wish to partake. I permit God's creativeness to flow through me to establish a new life of happiness. All possible good flows from God and is mine to accept, and I do accept it now. Capsule supplement. I now declare that my faith is soundly based on the good I desire. Fear of any kind is removed and replaced with a complete confidence that God is only good and that the good now fills my every experience. Today, I will apply this idea to these aspects of my thoughts and actions. Fill in the blank. My particular problem, condition, or situation which it can be used to correct is, fill in the blank. It's the end of day 13. Tomorrow, life owes you nothing. Make it a great day, and bye for now.